The coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth was negative 136 degrees Fahrenheit. This was on the continent of Antarctica. Science writer and editor at Time for Kids, David Bjerklie, braved the cold and traveled there. He joins us today to talk about his experience. Thanks for being with us today, David.
Thank you, Tasha.
So I know you have a background in biology and anthropology, right?
Yes.
How did you end up writing for Time for Kids?
Well, I wasn't sure how I would use my biology background, my interest in science. I thought it would be applied somehow to writing. But when I went to school here at UND, I was not a journalism major, and I wasn't sure who I might work for. I'm vaguely thinking of like Audubon magazine or National Geographic. But in 1984, I got a job as a science reporter for Time magazine and have been there pretty much since. But in 1995, we launched Time for Kids as kind of a little sister publication to Time that is available through the schools.
That's great. What is the challenges writing for kids versus writing for adults?
That's been wonderful. It's been a great experience. I don't think I could have expected exactly how it was different. You of course use different vocabulary, you define things, put things into context. Sentence length, rhythm, structure is a bit different. But what was the wonderful surprise is you really have to think harder about what the key points are. The fundamental elements that I want to get across in a story about ecology, or a story about genetics, or a story about space research. I really have to think, okay, I have a limited number of words. What are the themes? What are the elements I really want to get across? And that has been terrific training for me as a writer. So I would go back, write a story for kids, go back, write a story for adults, and I found, wow, I'm better now at writing for grown-ups, having written for kids.
Okay, and so you got the opportunity to travel to Antarctica for work.
Yes.
Is that just another day in the office for you, or how did that come about?
No, that was such a thrill. The National Science Foundation has a program where they take journalists to Antarctica. As a government agency, they have a mission to bring to the public stories of research that they're funding. So they bring one journalist each year, and I pitched on behalf of Time for Kids, wouldn't it be cool to reach an audience of 4 million children in the schools and talk about research? And the range of research in Antarctica is extraordinary. It's not just penguins or glaciers. There's an active volcano right outside of McMurdo Research Station. It was fascinating. It was a thrill.
So what went through your mind when you first stepped off the plane when you arrived there?
Well, when I first stepped off the plane, this is McMurdo, and it was an ice field, but it was an ice field landing strip outside of McMurdo. We drive into McMurdo and I make a comment, wow, this is a lot like North Dakota. Frozen dirt, because there was no snow. Antarctica is the driest desert on Earth, or one particular area, the Dry Valleys, is absolutely the driest place on Earth. So not a lot of precipitation.
So what exactly did you do while you were over there then?
I got to travel with researchers to their field camps. One of the really fun things is we got to go band penguins. Oh. One of the teams of researchers led by Gene Pennycook.
And I think we have a picture up right now. Is that does that have something to do with the penguins?
Well, I'm in the helicopter heading to Cape Royds is where the Adelie penguin colony is.
Very cool, very cool. So what kind of stories were published from your work there?
I tried to do about a story a day, and we did a story on penguins. I did a story on space research from the South Pole. I had an opportunity to fly to the South Pole, which was just crazy to think I was at the South Pole. I did a number of stories on ecology of streams. They have very short-lived streams because of the summer season. And we did a range of stories. I'm just...
Okay, so what was your most exciting part?
You know, I think it was the 2 days I spent in the Dry Valleys. We were able to, I got to camp out in a tent right in front of this towering wall of ice called the Canada Glacier. It was extraordinary. It was the most peaceful place I've ever been in my life.
That's great. Well, thank you for coming with us and being here on the show today.
Thank you very much.